Ready, set, go.
你好 welcome to my kitchen. Okay, today we're gonna make something called chicken lettuce, but I don't have chicken, and so I use turkey. Make sure you want to use ground turkey. Now this one I got at Target. You can also use ground pork. Just make sure you do not use ground beef. Get that? All right. The vegetable we need lettuce. I use this kind, and you can use romaine lettuce. That will be fine too, but I choose this. And you need some corn. I use frozen one. Make sure you're not gonna get the cream corn. You want to get like, what do you call it, kernel corn? Yeah, just kind of like that. And you want to have two kind of onions. Look, I have white onions and I have purple onions. And you want green pepper. Well, I don't have green pepper. Sorry, just pepper. Now you can use orange or you can use red. Just make sure no green pepper. Use the color one. The other things you want to have is water chestnut. This is the one I got at Colburn's. So I know there are different kind out there, but just make sure you want to get water chestnut. This one's whole. Sometimes they slide, but it doesn't matter. Okay, and you need some green onions. Okay, I also got this at Target. You can go to Cub Foods, you can go to Colburn's. They have all the green onions. All right. Now, two things you might not have at home. It's soy sauce. It doesn't matter what brand. Okay, just make sure you get soy sauce. I got this a big one at Costco because we use a lot. The other one, you can also get it from Cub Food. It's called hoisin sauce. Okay, this is the brand I use, and I know a lot of people use different brand, but it doesn't matter. You want hoisin sauce. Now, when we cook Chinese food, though, for Chinese New Year, we want all the color we can get. Now, this dish, you will have a lot of colors. You want to have 5 colors at least. Now, you have yellow. You have green, you have white, you want purple, you want red or orange. So now you have 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're not even counting the meat, and we're not even counting the water chestnut. But you want to be colorful so it looks really nice put on the table. Okay, now I'm gonna start chopping the foods we need to chop. Before I chop all of them, I need to cook ground beef. Okay? Hi, I'm back. No, anyway. Okay, we're gonna I have this big one. You don't need to have a big wok. If you have a flat one, it'll be fine. You don't really need a big one. Don't go out to buy a wok for this project because you don't need to. Okay? Turn it on. And I'm gonna get my oil. Okay, how much do I need? Not much. Okay, take a look, because I never count. So you have to look. Alright, take a look. About 1, 2, that's it. That's about 2 tablespoons. Because I never count. And I'm gonna kind of give the oil all over in the pan so it's not gonna stuck. I'll wait till it's warm. But in the meantime, I'm going to take off my chopping board and my knife, wonderful knife. Got it from last Christmas. I'm going to use that to chop stuff. But because I want to shrink my time, I'm going to cook the meat. I'm going to chop my food here, so I'm saving time. Okay, again, you can use ground pork. Just make sure don't use any ground beef, because somehow it doesn't taste good when you do the lettuce wrap if you use ground beef. Okay, and this is fresh. I mean, it's not frozen. Make sure you're not gonna get the frozen one. Just put in. Wait till everything's defrost. Okay, I also got this last Christmas. I'm gonna put the meat in. Okay, now you can hear it. Again, though, now I have it at high. I have it at high. So I want to cook the meat kind of crunchy. It's going to take a while. So in the meantime, I'm going to chop my vegetable. Okay, I'm going to let it cook. So here, I'm gonna chop my food now. I don't need this chop. I might need to chop this later, but I'm gonna chop the one I can chop right now. Abby, could you throw this away? Alright, I don't need a lot of onions. Now I got a big one because I use onions a lot. So I just need about half. Okay, and also half of white onion. Now some people like yellow onions. That's fine too. I just want to be colorful. So when you eat this dish, when your parents eat this dish, they can see all the colors and they can see look very nice. And when you chop the onions, just to let you know, you might cry. Because when you chop onions, that's what happens. They have, you know, they said if you soak it in the water a little bit, it's not as kind of spicy. Now, if you don't like a lot of onions, you don't need to put a lot of onions. It's up to you. Now, when I cut them, I want to cut them smaller pieces. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I chop them. Be careful when you use big knife too. I don't want you guys to get hurt. Okay, I'm going to chop them smaller pieces. Abby, could you give me a plate?
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're a smaller piece.
Big one?
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna make mistakes, but it's okay. And they're not gonna be pretty, that's okay. Because eventually the onion's gonna melt in the dish. This is a great dish for Chinese New Year. You know, you have a little appetizer before you really eat the big meal. A lot of times you go to a Chinese restaurant, they have these too. Now you don't have to, you can make it at home. Okay, you chop all the onions. Okay, now you gotta go back to your meat. They're gonna turn a little brown, that's okay. You wanna wait till all brown though. Kinda in the way, you wanna make sure they're all dry. Okay, now you let it cook a little bit. Come back, chop some more stuff. Now we're gonna chop the green pepper. Well, the pepper, not green pepper. Okay, I'm gonna rinse it. So this is dirty, you don't want to shoot that. Okay. When you chop the pepper though, don't chop like this. A little tip for you. Don't chop from here. Chop from inside. Cut them from inside. And then you want a smaller piece. Okay. Forgot to take the tag off. I should take the tag off, don't you think?
Make sure you take the tag off, not like me.
If you're not sure, you will have time to, you know, flip your meat though. You can chop all your food first and focus on the meat. But I'm just trying to save time because I like to do, you know, be productive.
Take your time when you cook too.
Okay, so that's the pepper. You chop a smaller piece and the onions. I kind of mix them together. Okay, now we're gonna come back to the meat. Okay, now you see it changed color. Now make sure there is no red part. Now it's all looks very brown. Okay. Now some people do have garlic, some people don't. Make sure you go buy some garlic. You don't have to buy the whole thing like me because you don't use garlic a lot. You can buy a little, like a little can or a bottle. Because I don't like to chop garlic anymore, so I just use the ones already chopped. You can buy them. They're usually at the, I think over produce, under, you know, onions and stuff. And mix it with garlic, okay? You see the garlic goes in? You want to mix it. And then, this is the onions, okay? Now this is the onion. We're going to put all the onions in. Again, if you like a lot of onions, you can have a little bit more. If you're not a big fan of onion, you just can have a little bit. It's okay. The meat we got, it's about 1.5 pounds. I think, because this is appetizer, so it's not like a whole meal. But if you can make a lot, which means all your ingredients have to increase. Now it's just enough to eat a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna let it cook. Okay, now we'll come back to the lettuce. You don't have to chop the lettuce, but you just kind of, because we're gonna wrap them. So I'll put it in here. You just kind of, wait. You have all the lettuce. I don't know if you wash lettuce. You should. Sometimes I don't. You know, each kind of this size. Make sure if you wash it, you have to dry it. Otherwise, you kind of get watery taste. You don't want to be watery. Okay? Now, I'm going to let my daughter do this because she is really good with peeling the lettuce. Okay? Alright, you can go over there. It's okay. Alright, let's come back to the meat and the onion. Now you can smell it, and you want to see the onion is kind of softening. Look like the big one's not ready yet, but the small one is. Okay. We should put the corn in now. You can put the corn in. Now you can see the colors that start adding on. And I'm gonna put the water chestnut. Some people like water chestnut, some people don't. I think once in a while I like it, once in a while I don't. But today, I think I'm gonna put some in. Because it's just kind of crunchy. I like the crunchy taste. I'm not using a whole can. Now this is going to take a while to chop. Basically, I don't know if you have food processor. You want to chop them. You want to get them little, kind of smaller piece. So if you have food processor home, you can use it. Otherwise, you're going to be just like me. Kind of just like chop, 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 chop. You know? Again, be careful when you chop these. Don't put your finger there. Far away from it. Okay? This is fine. About this much. If you want more, chop more. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Now, turn it back. Put the corn. Okay? Now you can start cook them. some kind of stuck in the bottom already. I'm gonna do the seasoning. This is my seasoning. Okay? Soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. That's my tablespoon. You want to turn it down to 6. Because once the ingredient, pretty much everybody goes in, you want to kind of turn it down. Now it's my color pepper. Now you can see the color comes in. And hoisin sauce. Okay, I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And you're gonna flip them. Now you can see the color. Because you kind of turn it down right now, so you don't feel a lot of noise going on. But I want to taste the meat. If you want a little bit salty, put soy sauce. If you want a little bit sweeter, you put hoisin sauce. If you like spicy, you can put hot sauce in there. Don't put the taco hot sauce though. It will really ruin the taste. You have to get some, some Asian hot sauce. Okay, just let it cook. Because right now it's about 6. Okay? I'm gonna come back and clean up some mess first. Now we're back. I have the green onions. This is more for people who do like raw green onions. Some people don't. It's really up to you. I will chop them and put it in just in case if people like it. Now this dish though, you can do it on the lettuce, which I can show you later. Some people like to just put on top of the rice. That's also good too. If you don't want to eat lettuce, and let's say you cook some white rice, you can put it on top of the white rice too. And just like I'm not sure I'm going to use the green onions because some people don't like green onions, but I do. So I'm going to leave it here. Okay, now I'll come back to dish, to the lettuce wrap. Now you can see you got red, you got, well sorry it's not red, orange, you got yellow, you got a little bit white, and you got the meat color, kind of brownish, but once you put the onion in, it'll look really pretty. I think it's about done. So I'm going to put green onions in. Okay, I have to turn down. Once you put the green onion in, you want to turn the flame off right away. You stir a little bit. Now you can see the color. It all mix. It looks really nice. Okay, now we have the lettuce. You can see the lettuce. Okay, we have big one, medium, depends how big do you want. For example, if this one's too big, you can break half. Okay, but I'm going to keep this size. And what you do when you serve, you put a little bit in there. Okay, you put a little bit in there. So you got all the color. About that. Now some people like hot pepper. Okay, so I got hot pepper. And I'm gonna put a little bit. Now look at the color. Now you have all the color, which means you had good luck with all the color. You got red, orange, you have yellow, white, and you have green. And you kind of, it looks really nice. And you eat it. It's kind of sloppy though. It's good. You like it. Cook for your parents. Okay. Hope everyone get 50-50. Yay!